Hello and welcome to
Me in the USA.
I'm the Heathen Chips, and this is my associate, Mr. Gray.
Hello.
We're back at it, going through the next 10 meads to see where they've landed over the last couple of years. This one is Maryland.
Well, okay, again, getting a little kind of that white wine. A little sharper.
I'm getting a very soury,
Yeah, sour note.
kind of yeasty.
Ooh. Oh, wow, that's surprisingly sweet.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. And you know what? It goes from sweet, and then it kind of goes to a very low-level sour. It's like it doesn't even touch puckering. It just kind of has a very light wisp of it. More like a low-key limoncello.
Limoncello, but I almost say it's almost like a grape, like a candied grape, like an artificial like grape.
I agree with that.
But since you're like with the smell, you kind of get this like pungent on the smell, but it's not following through on the taste. So maybe that's just the combination of the sweet and the sour, which separates in the taste.
You know what it kind of reminds me of is Welchers. Kind of like the Welchers, but non-carbonated.
Yeah, no, I've actually had a dessert wine, which I would describe as basically just an alcoholic Welchers. It just had that little alcoholic twinge, and this is very similar. This is delicious. It in a large amount, like with me, too much sweet is going to be a little sickening. But no, this is
this is good for good for a decent sip. It's not something you want to keep on drinking and stuff. This ain't no beer or anything. This is something you want to take lightly.
Mm.
You take your time with it. I get a bit of apple at the end too.
Well, yeah, it's like this is good.
Mm.
Good job, my hands.
Delicious. I can't wait to work with this later.
Oh yeah. Vermont skiing with Buffy and Buddy. Oh, that's a similar. Not as strong.
Smells sweeter right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting. It kind of it teases you with a sweet and immediately goes into kind of a sour, acidic. It almost like then it kind of flattens.
Acidic, almost borderline acrylic.
Yeah.
Towards the end.
Oh,
But to me, it's more like a roller coaster kind of, low-key one, but it definitely kind of hits like both sides of the tongue, one side, then the other, and it's kind of, it's sweet, but it also has bitter to it.
And then it has about, I'd say, 3 waves, like once it hits the tongue, and then it like levels out, and then on the aftertaste. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a bite to it. I mean, I think this would maybe benefit from a little maybe back sweetening or mellowing out. But because I kind of like what it's trying to do.
I really do too. I'm actually, you know what? I'm happy enough with this to say that I don't want to really do anything more with it than just maybe leave it be.
Like let it age out a little bit. Yeah.
Give it a little bit of burping and stuff extra, so get a little of that air out to maybe calm that extra buck. But I kind of like that extra kick to it because it's like a spice, but it doesn't like burn or anything. It's noticeable, but it doesn't irritate. It's kind of like you feel the alcohol, but it's like you're actively coated with the honey, and it doesn't really burn.
Yeah, and I think if anything, it forces you that definitely to sip. Again, it's another sipper.
Exactly. This is a dangerous kind of mead right here. You can easily drink it and not think about it.
This has a holiday mead feel to me, because I could see this pairing very nicely with some winter desserts. Like if you were to do some like old school baked puddings, this would go very nicely with them.
Cranberry.
Yeah. Almost, it reminds me definitely of almost like a spiced wine.
Mm-hmm.
A mulled wine, but maybe somebody a little too heavy on the spices.
Yeah. It calms down a lot more though after your first couple of tastings. It's it's a bit more tang. Still takes you on a bit of a ride each sip, but.
Yeah. But I think it's like most alcohols. Like once you get a few in, and either the tongue gets numb or gets used to it. It kind of is a little more mellow and a little more pleasurable.
The cost of doing business with poison. But at least it's delicious.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
However, Wild Farms, good fucking job.
Kudos.
All right, next up, North Dakota's.
A little sweetness. A hint of peanut. I think we talked a little bit about that before.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's sweet, diluted sweet. Again,
Yeah, powerful sweet.
powerful sweet. Again, a sipper. In great quantities, you might get a little nauseous, but ooh, I like that.
It's weird now that I've drank it. It's becoming more syrupy in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I've been drinking water, I swear, in between. Okay.
And that lingering aftertaste is actually pretty pleasant. I like that.
Like I can't really like. There's a slight tingle on my tongue. Outside of that, I can't flavor-wise detect any alcohol. I can't detect anything else.
I have a little bit of a swish. Ooh, I'm also getting like a crisp apple too.
Definitely the apple. Definitely mid taste on. Yeah.
That's where I think we're getting like almost that apple grape kind of sweetness, citrusy.
Mhm.
It's definitely a strong honey flavor at the front. Very sweet honey, which is very pleasant. It can be overwhelming, but it is very pleasant.
I think one of the things I'm looking forward to with this is to combine this with something that's got a lot more of that burn kind of bit and stuff to see how that mellows it out or bucks
This
it up.
is definitely like a positive
With
additive
deeper.
too. So yeah, great job, North Dakota.
All right, on to Wisconsin from a Hanson Farms.
Muted smell.
You get a lot of honey and florals.
Yeah, definitely. But it's not as astringent or as potent.
Sweet, but with a sharp alcohol kick afterwards. But it's not.
Like it basically. I almost get like the honey is separating from the alcohol. They're not fusing. It's like hey, I'm honey. No, I'm not.
It's like cheddar.
Like cheddar.
It's like a sharp cheddar. Smooth and creamy, but it's got a bite in it.
I mean, in general style of characteristics, I suppose.
If we want to be stereotypical of Wisconsin, yes.
I feel like if you told me it's like cheese and cheddar cheese or sharp cheese and gave it this to me, I would probably be very angry. More so at myself that I was unwilling to drink liquid cheese like that, but
Fondue.
yeah, they're viscosities and lines. At a certain point, it's just a sauce.
Again, this one it feels a little thicker. It's thicker and it almost doesn't want to release the flavor. That's why I almost get it's a little bit muted.
You know what's interesting is like the alcohol, it doesn't burn, it tingles.
Yeah.
It's just kind of there. It's like its own texture.
Well, I get the burn, but it doesn't linger. It's just like, hey, burn, I'm out.
It hits the sides and the back of your tongue. If you take a breath, like a deep breath afterwards, you kind of feel it burn down a little bit, but it snuffs immediately.
I feel like I get an aftertaste that almost wants to turn more into an apple, but I think it's just a deeper floral note.
I'd be curious, are they just doing just a variety of wildflowers? I'd be kind of very curious about the species of flower that the bees are.
Oh yeah.
Because I think I don't know, in your opinion, because you have a little more experience, would you say like if you had a more uniform species of flower versus a variety, I would feel that maybe like the uniform is a lot better.
Oh yeah, that's the whole bit about the monoflower honeys. They're farmed out or they're taken out to other people's farms and stuff, and that's where you get the orange. That's where you get the blueberry and stuff from usually. Some people actively pick up and take them out to other people's farms in other states or whatnot, and some people just have it out on their farm. A lot of people and stuff in these kinds of case scenarios, a lot of it's just kind of been. We went for wildflower in general to just hopefully see, ideally it's not going to be very far off from the location that it's being purchased at. Maybe by a couple of miles or something like that from the purchase site, but relative to the area.
So what's interesting with this, like, as a sipper, I was getting that, and then I took a little bit larger sip, and it almost kind of, the sweetness managed to overpower. I actually didn't get as much burn, so it's kind of an interesting, where it's like I had more volume to balance that out. So that was kind of just a luck of the draw when I did that. So it's like
interesting note. All right, I'm pretty pleased with that though.
Oh yes.
EB honey.
ED or EB?
EB.
As in B.
E as in Ed, B as in boy, E as in E.
Ohio.
Yeah, again, it's maybe alcohol, but no, I'm not picking up a lot of scent on that one.
I feel like they're complementary.
little more viscous. Definitely getting the alcohol throughout.
It kind of feels even to me.
It is even. It's kind of you get in the way of alcohol sweet, alcohol sweet, alcohol sweet.
Yeah, it's almost kind of weird how it almost is like it's not a homogenized liquid.
Yeah.
Like it's got layers, but they're not layers on top or bottom. It's left and right.
Yeah, like again, with the larger sips, I think it's actually a little more palatable. The alcohol does linger.
Mm-hmm.
Side of the a little tingle on the side of the tongue. It's not horrible.
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
It's a nice, general, sweet, traditional mead.
Definitely something I would like to pair with.
I was gonna say, actually, I could see easily pairing with this.
A roast.
Kind of got a duller kind of honey too. It's not so much like a spring kind of honey or a springy kind of honey. The sweetness is like really there, but it's not like attacking you. It's very passive.
I know it's good. Like me, sort of like a pork roast. Yeah, a pork roast. You know, pair
There's
with.
a port or a pork. I couldn't tell.
Mordor? Are those the little creatures from Star Wars? Oh.
Fucking nerds.
It almost feels like there's a bit of a licorice in there.
Yeah, I kind of go with that. Yeah, not a fan of licorice, so that yeah.
Kind of more like a red vine. I could see a red vine bit because it's extra sweet and it's kind of got that velvetiness to it, not like a black licorice where it's got that anise so much.
Right.
It kind of does have a bit of anise kind of feel to it, but it's not so sharp.
Yeah, kind of a neutral licorice. Yeah.
All right, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Rhode Island.
This one smells meaner.
Mm-hmm.
Very robust, dark, caramely kind of smells to it. Caramelized smells.
Yeah. That's something.
Remember that licorice statement I said for Ohio? I might have been off by a state.
The literal second that it touched my lips, my tongue curled up to make a barrier to be like, nope, you need not pass. I shouldn't have let it go on. I didn't want to exactly let it go out of principle, but that was a mistake and you just made another one.
It's almost like wine that's gone bad. It's thick, dull,
Rubbing alcohol-y.
warm, thick, rubbing alcohol.
Very acidic.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the only thing is a slight bit of yeast flavor to it, and that's.
And I'm like, if I strain, like if I bring it in, like tip of the tongue throughout, I'm picking up the honey, but it's a memory.
And it doesn't taste like high alcohol.
No.
This is that give and take that seems so fucking weird to me, that there would be some honeys that there's got to be some kind of sugar.
It's dry. It's dry. I think we talked before about like almost a brut champagne. Like it's just a very dry.
It's a dry mead with like slight hints of a sour apple towards the back end.
Mm-hmm.
If this feels like a situation where the yeast may have gone above and beyond.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, but that's the weird thing, is you'd think it'd be more rubbing alcohol. You think it'd be more.
Like I think that's what the honey is doing. Is it's just muting that, but it's almost like a flat root champagne that sat out in the sun.
Well, I think this was kind of an issue that we felt we had at an earlier stage with Florida, because Florida had a lot of those same kind of characteristics to them with a little bit more of a swampier kind of take on it.
I must say this is almost like a
rancid beer.
or it's almost like a base. I would be kind of curious if we brought in one of our favorites, like Maryland or somebody in there, to see what that would happen.
I don't know, maybe just an offshot, maybe something got messed up in between. Maybe that's just who it is.
Maybe it wasn't properly vaccinated.
Oh, that's just Rhode Island.
Yeah. Well, we'll play around with that a little bit later. Maybe we'll give it a little bit of an extra touch to brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, but it's a bit of a pass for now, so Rhode Island, not so bueno.
I mean, this is some pretty neat.
Massachusetts. I get a honey crisp.
Yeah.
Like it's honey and then it goes into like a crispy apple.
I'm surprised by you, honestly. I thought you would have picked up the licorice well long before that.
I do get the licorice, but I think it's the honey and like the apple that hit me first. And then it kind of like melds into the licorice.
Yeah.
See, to me, it doesn't come off so much apple as it does like a highly spiced pear, I think.
Ooh, yeah, no, I get that. Again, I think that citrus is throwing us off. It's that pear, apple, grape, and a few other things. It's just kind of that general.
I'm getting
sweetness.
a bit of grapefruit too at the end.
Mm,
there,
yeah.
that sweetness.
0 out of 10 doesn't taste like cod.
Was it cock?
Doesn't taste like that
Oh,
either.
good. I like meads that don't taste like cock. It's those cocky meads, though.
Really fuck up your palate.
Yeah, they'll get you every time.
Yeah, like the apple, the apple pear kind of it's kind of intertwined there.
I could kind of see this going one of two ways for different people. You leave it as is if you like something drier and sweeten it up ever so slightly. If you want something more semi-sweet to sweet, but I'm okay with that for traditional. All right, well, we'll see how that works out later with other things.
Connecticut.
Okay. So an observation is, am I actually getting carbonation? Is it? Yeah, because look at
Yeah.
you're getting carbonate. Is that the way it was poured, or?
I do know.
I'm getting your typical honey, but I'm also getting vinegar.
Yeah.
That could be just a trick of the smell.
Live.
Well, I like that. It's like
That's vicious.
no, that's
burn.
well, it's almost carbonated. It's carbonated. I'm getting like green apples and honey.
I feel like some of it traveled up my fucking nose there, vindictively. You know what's interesting is it's kind of like a shot of apple cider, or a vinegar, apple vinegar.
Yeah, I don't. Apple cider vinegar. Yeah.
It's appalling at first, but then it kind of starts unraveling in other appalling fashions.
No, I think you nailed it. It's almost like apple cider vinegar, which is not horrible.
Y'all just mad.
Okay, what's your take on it?
It's just got like a nice kind of almost lemon drop kind of tartness to it.
Tart. Yep. Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't say it's as extreme as a vinegar.
I'd say it definitely has a
Well-
seltzery.
Well, no, because I'll make a chicken with apple cider vinegar and honey. I think it's 1/3 cup to 2/3 cup, and it's very reminiscent of that. And it's just like you get a little bit of that vinegar, and with the chicken and the sweetness, it is just amazing. And that I'm making that association because of that, and that's cool. I'm actually quite enjoying it.
It's sweet.
It has some qualities to it that like I do like apple vinegar. It's just not what I was prepared for, except for
I
the
also
scent.
think we're picking up the vinegar like through the smell. So like if you were to try and maybe almost hold your breath when you taste it.
No, I still get quite a bit of that. I get more as I drink more of that apple side of it than the vinegar, but the first couple of hits definitely were.
I'm getting the sting of vinegar, but I'm getting like almost apple, the sting of the vinegar, and then the honey's coming in a little bit later.
I was gonna say I see a bit of the limoncello kind of bit to it, but that is closer to the after flavor to me than anything else. Like it is a barrage of the acidity and the.
Well, I think that's also because I think it's more of I like the acidity. I think you're not a huge fan of that, so I think
No,
that's,
not to this degree.
I'm gonna go thumbs up on that one. You might go thumbs down, halfway down.
If this was prefaced, like if somebody told me, hand this to me and said this is a wildflower honey, I'd smack them.
No.
If you were to come up and tell me that this was, a very particular kind of, like an apple cider or an apple vinegar kind of bit, I would be like, okay, perfect, you fucking nailed it.
So again, this would also be curious about temperature. It's about room temperature, slightly chilled. I'd like to see maybe a little bit colder or even a little bit hotter.
I would like to see this a little bit warmer, and I would like to see this, I think, a little more diluted. slightly.
If anything, I would love to use this in cooking.
I could see that. I could see that. It's got a very sharp flavor to that would complement and meats and stuff very well. So I could see that in a marinade.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that at that.
So it's a 3-to-1, 2-to-1 in favor of?
Trust no one.
I mean, if you are that upset with it, I'll take it.
I'm glad you like it. I know that there's plenty of flavors.
It's being stored here.
I'm not into sour flavors and stuff, so I get that other people like that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Montana sweet honey.
Initial thought, it's a little cloudier than I've seen.
It's kind of looks like thick water.
Mm-hmm. The smell is kind of just kind of like your alcohol. It's like, a cleanser.
Smells light.
It is light. Fruity. I can't. It's fruity on the initial taste, and then egg yolk. Kind of a warm taste. It's kind of like a generic protein or a. That is hard to place.
Yeah, I can see that almost like one of those. What is it? One of those sweet eggs that you get at the Asian or
Yes.
sushi station or something like that.
It's a very smooth, light mead. It's got a nice.
It's hearty. Yeah, it's almost hearty. Yeah.
It's got a nice mellow sweetness, but at the end, like when it's hit the back of your throat and you're swallowing it, when you take that breath in, it reminds me of like a warm egg yolk.
Is that like a weird umami situation going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what?
I
feel it's kind of like I get a little bit of a tug of war between equal flavor of pear, apple, and then it devolves more into that umami kind of flavor you're talking about.
If you keep it in the mouth, you move it. Apple pear, 100% agree. And then I'd be curious on like the origin of all that.
Yeah. That is.
What kind of flowers they have in Montana?
Canadian flowers.
We're just gonna have to get an RV and just start traveling.
Yeah.
You know how you made a mead with jerky many moons ago?
Mead with jerky. Yes, I still have a couple bottles.
This is reminiscent of that. I'm getting a lot of that same like hearty flavors in the end.
Would that be like a protein? I'm trying to think could that be introduced in some way? And
We've been over this as botulism soup as far as like actual proteins.
I mean, if you get a nice rolling boil and you just happen to put a steak in your meat, I mean, who are we to say?
I mean, theoretically, you could drink sadness like that.
Yeah. Are you talking like a hot pot with mead? I think that'd be interesting.
Give me boiled steak though, boy.
This isn't the depression.
Be when I'm done with them.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Yeah, but it's unique. I think the aftertaste, I think over time could be a little. Somebody were to cut that with something. I think it's a little confusing. You're not used to that. Where it's like I'm used to a sweet and maybe like a sour or alcohol, and then it's just like here's this random protein like from an egg or a steak. And you're like, okay, that's
This is
definitely fatty. Maybe it's a little bit of fat, like
reminiscent of that. Yeah, that kind of
almost
fulfilling flavor.
Yeah, I'm starting to go a little bit fat, maybe salted fat to a certain extent. Yeah.
Maybe the tumor's getting bigger. Who knows?
It's not a tumor.
I mean, if we were to make mead from killer bees that may or may not have eaten mammals, just saying.
This is a very. This sounds like a very low budget sci-fi film.
Whatever supports the YouTube channel.
Basically, scientists create like bees that basically harvest animals for their honey so they can make a mead.
There are some species of.
I was gonna say there are some species of bee that will go after flesh.
Yeah, but their honey doesn't work the same way as honeybee does. Honey does. They're kind of different species.
It's not so much honey as it is coagulated. Blech.
Yeah, I mean, there's fair enough reason as to why we only have a few species that we collect honey from, because though they may produce. I mean, it's like other animals do produce milk. Do you want to drink whale milk? Probably not at 95% fat.
You don't know me.
Yeah. Not with that attitude.
You enjoy that chug-a-lug.
Chug-a-lug, I'm just worried about like how you collect that.
delicately.
Have you ever tried to swim and then also milk an udder? And then...
Either way, I think this would pair very nicely with some choice sushis.
Ah, yeah.
I can see that.
Maybe just like a dash of ginger will
You know-
really make it pop.
I would actually like to see a little bit of plum added in with this. Just a very slight amount of flavoring to that. Nothing to steal the show or anything, so to say.
Then I would say, like, if we're on the sushi thing, I almost go go hot on this one.
Oh,
Kind
yeah.
of like a sake.
Yeah. Especially if you're going to add in the plum, yeah, definitely. Well, actually, even the plum I would might.
Or like, you
might
do like a super cold sake or hot sake. I'm kind of curious on the temperature range on this.
There's a number of ways to go about this, so at least it's got a lot of versatile options ahead of it. So, smoked honey, pretty decent. And for the price at £5 for the smallest batch you could buy, pretty happy with it.
Great.
New York.
New York.
Is that why it smells like cheeseburger?
I think it is. I remember this one was the one that was supposedly had a lot of lemongrassy.
Picking up on the honey.
Still very floral in flavor and smell and flavor.
It's kind of like Connecticut, but a lot more so.
Yeah, and a bit more like the flavor of it.
It's, you know, I think we talked about, it's almost like liquid potpourri, but not bad. It's sweet and it's a variety of florals.
It does have that perfumey
Yeah.
kind of texture to it. Not so much like alcoholic effervescence, but yeah, that.
I think the alcohol, like how a perfume has alcohol, that's kind of masked by it. Like it's sweet and there's a variety of just floral notes I can't quite place, but you know.
Low grade apples, like banana too.
It's got a very crisp flavor.
Crisp.
Yeah, I'd say banana pear kind of flavor. It's interesting how much a lot of this has come off, you know, throughout almost all of the states had a lot of apple peary kind of flavors. A couple of states here, there are a little bit of an exceptions, but you still usually generally kind of find that in mixed with the floral notes.
And it's one of those things, it's a sweet, and we've talked about, like, you know, if you're like drinking glass after glass after glass, like a simple sweet is just you're gonna get nauseous. This one, like, I think you can go the distance on. It's pleasant floral, but it's not overwhelming.
I think what would make this go the distance is if it was carbonated.
Yes.
That would definitely...
Chilled, I'd almost, it is a little bit thicker, but it's a little bit thinner. Oh yeah, I think that would be, which I think the carbonation would cut it.
And then add in being nice cold like a soda or something. I think that
yeah.
could be a real winner there.
Well, that's actually,
With,
that's good. Yeah, good job.
Wen Family Farms in New York.
Oh, good job, New York. New York.
All right, well, I feel like that's a happy note to end on.
I think so.
I think we've been pretty pleased with just about everything we had, except for one or two. But at least it's overall been a pretty pleasant experience, so we'll see what the next batch brings. Till
Right.
next time.
Until we meet again.